Absent the leavening of ideas, politics is nothing but an unlovely maelstrom of scrambling interests. Given ideas, it is an elevating and elevated discipline. And institutions like the Washington Policy Center and its research centers make politics not only more intelligent, but more noble. And I thank all of you for supporting it.
Washington Policy Center is a non-profit, independent think tank with offices in Seattle, Olympia, and Eastern Washington. Through our 7 research centers, we promote sound public policy based on free market solutions. We are having an impact. In the 2010 election, our positions, which were based on years of research and analysis, prevailed in 7 of 9 state and major local ballot measures, including defeat of a proposed state income tax and a proposed property tax increase in Spokane. During the 2011 legislative session, lawmakers turned 13 of our ideas and recommendations into law. These included consolidating several state agencies to eliminate redundancy, streamline operations, and save taxpayers' money. Lawmakers also allowed the creation of innovation schools, gave state employees an option for health savings accounts, and followed our recommendation to expand the use of competitive contracting to see which state services could be provided more cost-effectively by the private sector.
This past year, the Washington Policy Center played a significant role in the budget that we crafted, the bipartisan budget. Both Democrats and Republicans relied upon their analysis, and there were over a dozen bills, or about a dozen bills, that were adopted this year that came out of the policy that they brought forward.
As Washington Policy Center looks forward, we have published the 4th edition of our acclaimed book, The Policy Guide for Washington State, that's a useful resource and a must-read for any elected official and voter.
I'm extremely grateful for the folks who put together the Washington Policy Center Policy Guide. Not just because it helped me win my campaign to get into the state Senate, because now it's helping us win the battle of ideas that we need to move this state forward. It's an essential resource for what we do every day in the state Senate to have the facts, figures, and solutions to try to solve the challenges for the good people of Washington State.
We published a new book, Eco-Fads, How the Rise of Trendy Environmentalism is Harming the Environment. Written by Todd Myers, our Environmental Policy Director, Eco-Fads exposes the pressures that cause politicians, businesses, the media, and even scientists to fall for trendy environmental fads. Our book is receiving rave reviews in local and national media, and through Todd's National Book Tour, WPC is shaping the environmental debate across the country. One WPC recommendation lawmakers enacted in 2011 was for the state to formally request Medicaid flexibility from the federal government. We worked with Congresswoman Cathy McMorris Rodgers to promote Medicaid flexibility for states. The Congresswoman keynoted our 9th annual healthcare conference in Seattle and our special healthcare lunch event in Spokane. WPC will continue to work with Congresswoman McMorris Rodgers and others on Medicaid reform in the months ahead.
Start to succeed.
Medicaid right now is one of the biggest cost drivers at the state level, and the Washington Policy Center, as a state think tank, has been working with me on how to overhaul this program to ensure that we continue to provide a safety net to meet the needs of our most vulnerable population when it comes to health care, but giving the states the flexibility that they need to set the priorities. And earlier this year, I co-authored a op-ed with Jason Mercier from the Washington Policy Center that talked about the importance of flexibility and giving the governors, whether they're Republican or Democrat, the flexibility that they need to set the priorities.
We published the 2nd edition of Dr. Roger Stark's book. This book gives a plain English assessment of what's ailing our healthcare system and the patient-driven reforms to reduce cost and increase access. This is the book former Florida Governor Jeb Bush said presents clear, common-sense solutions that would allow patients to retake control of their health care and, working with their doctors, decide how their own healthcare dollars should be spent. This is an exciting time for the Washington Policy Center as we build on our unprecedented success and continue to move forward, improving lives through market solutions. Join us and help make a real difference for this state.